Hello. If you are watching this video, that means that you are interested in our summer 2024 CIY move trip. And so I want to do two things in this video. First, I want to remind you of the purpose of why we do trips like this. And then secondly, to give you guys some important details that you'll need to know. So as a reminder, C3 exists to make disciples who are in community and who are on mission. And so for C3 Youth, we desire to make disciples of students, followers of Jesus who are living in community and loving people on mission. And so we believe that CIY Move is a fantastic place for this, for all of these things to happen. They get an opportunity to have phenomenal teaching from really smart people who love Jesus really well. They have opportunities to spend time together in small groups, to spend extended periods of time together discussing things that really matter. And they get to take a step back from what regular life looks like to really dive deep into what God has for them. And then they're challenged to take what they learn at Move and to take it home into our community. And so we've seen amazing things happen at weeks like this. And so we are passionate about wanting as many students to come with us as possible so that we can experience this week together. So if you do want to experience this week with us, or if you're a parent who wants your student to experience this week with us, there are a lot of details that you guys need to know. We want to make them as simple as possible for you. So I would encourage you to go to the app or the website and to go check out all of these things that you hear me saying. They're going to be in, you're going to be able to see them there. And actually, we have a timeline for you. And so I'm just going to walk through that timeline really quickly. So registration starts on January 31st. So registration, when you're watching this, is open. And so the first thing that you're going to do is register yourself or your student. And you can do this through our Rock registration. Again, all of this is online and on the app. And on February 18th, that's the first date that you need to remember, we're going to have a parent Q&A. It's going to be in between services in room 15. And this time, the purpose of this is just maybe you have a student who's going for the first time. Maybe you are nervous about your student going. Maybe your student is nervous to go. Or maybe you just want more information and have some specific questions that you would like to ask. We would love for you to come to that meeting on February 18th and to just give us your questions. We'll tell you, we'll kind of go through what a day at Move looks like. And give you an opportunity to ask questions with us there that morning. The next date that we want to make you aware of is March 11th. This is the day that you need to have registered by and also paid your $150 deposit. So make sure you mark this on your calendars. And what this does is it makes you eligible to help serve on C3 Youth Sunday. So C3 Youth Sunday is our next date, and that is April 7th. It's the week after Easter, and it's when we launch our big fundraiser for Move. So if you have all of your stuff turned in by March 11th, you are eligible to serve at C3 Youth Sunday. And that's basically where the youth, C3 Youth, takes over the church. So we're serving in all different capacities, from the people who are greeting you out in the parking lot, who are with the younger kids who are serving in here on stage and behind the camera. And it's a really cool morning. It's really awesome for our kids to be able to experience what goes on here. It's a great service opportunity. We've seen a lot of students become volunteers from C3 Youth Sunday, and we see the church be able to see our youth and be able to hear this trip that we're going on and actually get to be a part of that trip. And so that is when our partnership cards will launch, is on C3 Youth Sunday, which is April 7th. Now, this qualifies you for a partnership card, but that is already factored into your price. So you don't need to worry about the price that changes with this partnership card. What you need to worry about is getting your deposit in by March 11th, which then makes you eligible to receive a partnership card. And that just means that someone from the church is going to pick up a name And they're also going to make a $200 contribution to your student's trip or your trip. So they will be praying for you by name as well as financially giving towards your trip. This is already factored into your price, and so the trip as a whole is at $425. And this leads us to our next date, which is May 29th. And on this date, all payment is due and all forms are due. And if those are not turned in, if all forms and all payment are not turned in by that date, then there's a late fee that will be applied. But we want to make sure that all students who are registered get everything turned in by May 29th. And then June 30th is the day that we will actually leave for move. So you will be receiving more information and more details as the date gets closer. But you can go to that app and the website, and you're already able to see our dress-up days for the week, a packing list, and really get a good idea of what this week's going to look like. We are so excited for this trip and know that God is going to do big things while we're there. We're already praying for the students that are going to be there, for what's going to be shared and what we're going to learn. If you have any questions or concerns at all, please reach out to myself or Danny Foster. Our emails are on the app and the website, and we really hope that you'll join us this summer.